The judge is running late this morning. He just called.
Okay.
Mr. Perez. Mr.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
No problem.
Okay, thanks.
Can I verify the please before we wait, while we wait? Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am, of course.
Okay, Mr. Eduardo Rene Peña?
Yeah, present.
Did your attorney explain this paperwork to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for your attorney?
No, ma'am.
And is this your signature?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Buenos días, Nat.
Alejandro, buenos días. ¿Cómo amaneció?
Creo que amanecí.
Pues gracias a Dios que no es nosotros que llegamos tarde.
What's going on, Matt?
Hello?
What's up, Matt?
Hey, what's going on there, Mr. Trejo?
Offensive tackle, bro. Yes. Did you watch the draft?
Yeah, I mean, I wanted a tackle, but man, it sounds like that guy's, he looks like he's kind of young, had a lot of penalties, so I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean, we did need a tackle though.
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll see what happens in the next round.
Hey, did that vehicle come in?
Not yet, not yet. It's they told me May 22nd to June, so we'll see.
Oh, okay. Well, almost.
Yeah, almost. I mean, no hurry. Start making payments.
Yeah. That's,
So we'll see.
yeah.
How's yours?
Running like a charm. Not
Is
having
it what color? What color is it?
It's black.
It's black. Yeah. Well, I hope I like it as much as you do.
I think you will.
I mean, like I said, I drove it. It has power, man. Like,
I know,
real power, man.
It has acceleration and it's nice. It's nice not having to fill up our trucks with gasoline.
Yeah.
With.
Shit, mine's diesel, man. So it's $5 right now. So, yep. I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Okay, Miss Linda Crystal.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Did your attorney explain this paperwork to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any questions for your attorney?
No, ma'am.
And is this your signature?
That is correct. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
You're welcome.
Wake up, Miss Norma.
Can't you see me? I'm working a lot.
I've been watching you. You haven't blinked like in 5 minutes.
I know, because I'm looking at my other screens.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Apologize for my delay, but I had some personal matter to take care of this morning, so I apologize.
That's okay, Your Honor.
The 357 District Court will take its docket hearing for today, Friday, April 29th, 2022, starting with civil hearing 2020 DCL 67 Brazil Walgreen. Mr. Cruz and Mr. Oliveira. (2060) DCL 4265, the state of Texas versus David Andrew Vasquez and Salazar. Ms. Sosa.
Morning, Your Honor. Juliana Sosa here on behalf of Mr. Vasquez. We're present and ready for final hearing. My client's behind me, and I do not see mom here, but I do see
Who
grandma.
represents mom? Is there counsel for mom?
There is not, Your Honor.
Well, who is Ms. Salazar? Oh, Ms. Salazar was allowed to withdraw, right?
I'm not sure. The only person that actually is in this case as an attorney, is my understanding, is myself.
Well,
Good morning.
it's Ms. Moore too.
And Miss,
Good
and Miss
morning,
Ward,
Your
yeah.
Honor. Melanie Moore for the Attorney General's.
What do we got going in this one?
We're set for final hearing today. This case, if you recall, Your Honor, we had to get a writ of attachment to get the child. That's been done. He's been residing with dad. The child's 11 years old, and my client had gotten custody of him last year. Because basically there was three parties. It was grandma, mom, and dad. Grandma has not been able to care for the child, so dad got custody of him last year. And then mom, I guess somehow came into the picture, didn't want to let the child back with dad, so we had to get the writ of attachment. When the child was picked up, my client discovered that mom had actually been has not been taking care of the child. Nobody knows where she is for the past 3 months. So
Mom is not present in the courtroom?
that's correct. The only person that's present is grandma, maternal grandmother.
Ms. Moore,
Yes, Your Honor.
from your perspective, what's going on?
Your Honor, I'm new to the case. I'm standing in, but that's my understanding of what Ms. Sosa just advised the court, that back when Ms. Alegria was the attorney of record, that grandma did have possession, but dad has since, I don't know if there's been any orders changing custody. What
There are. There
actual
is.
signed order? A signed order?
Yes.
Okay, and so from my perspective, there are some arrears still owed by both parties on the case, and so we do need to address that as well.
And I spoke with my client about that, and he's in agreement with the numbers that you had proposed.
Okay,
All right.
that would be for both parties.
So if let me go further back. My mind is being jarred. My memory is being jarred here. If I recall, didn't I give temporary custody to the grandmother because both parents, natural parents, were in kind of bad situations?
In April, there was temporary orders and.
Granted to the grandmother.
No, that's not correct.
I never gave grandmother any visitation rights.
No,
Okay.
there's nothing like that on the temporary.
All right, then I've got the wrong case. All right, well, seems to me that let me just get through the rest of the docket, and I'll hold on. Bear with me, Ms. Sosa, and I'll come back to you so we can take some testimony to clear up in support of the orders that I'll issue. Okay.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Thank you. Criminal hearing set for this morning. Mr. Perez, 2019 DCR 2267, Eduardo Rene Peña. Is that a plea this morning?
Yes, sir, that is plea. We are present.
Is the paperwork ready?
Yes.
All right. And 2014 DCR, Aurora Lara Trejo. Is Ms. Trejo on the screen?
I don't think they're logging on until 8:30, or they're supposed to.
Can you hold off Mr. Trejo until we get her on the screen, please?
Yes, Your Honor.
2022 DCR 268, Linda Crystal Lennon. Ms. Delgadillo, is that still a plea this morning? Ms. Delgadillo, unmute yourself. And stop the car. You're not driving, right? Okay, I can't hear you, so you need to unmute. There you go. What
I was driving and I was trying to get to the side of the road. I am not driving
Okay, thank you.
anymore.
Yes, please do not
Mhm.
drive while we're doing this. What, your client, is the plea paper ready?
Yes,
All right,
I turned it in already.
right. I'll take that up shortly. 2016 BCR 1598 and 2016 BCR 2029, both on the Ciro Pero Cepeda. That's, who's that? Mr. Garza?
No, he doesn't have counsel. He was back here I think in August, I believe. That's the last time he was here. He didn't have counsel then either, but you made some changes in the motion, but we didn't address the motion. We just set it up for status. Right, Mr. Hernandez?
That's really correct. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Luis
Morning.
Hernandez for the probation department. Yes, that's really correct. What happened last year is that you wanted to check the development of the defendant since the last time, because you admonished him that to comply with the conditions of his probation, right?
Okay,
Then
so this is set for a status?
yeah, that's correct, Your Honor. Today.
Is he in custody?
No, he's on bond. He was advised yesterday. He was provided with the link and the passcode and the meeting code for the Zoom meeting for today. So he was fully aware. He was the one contacting the probation department. So I provided the link and everything, Your Honor.
Thank you. Well, I'm gonna bear on you a little bit. I'm gonna ask you to hold on. I'm gonna recall this until the end of, let me take this, please, get those out of the way. And if he doesn't show up, I'm gonna have to KP him.
Not a problem, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right. I have plea papers for Linda, Crystal Lynn.
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
What about Mr. Perez's client? What are the plea papers in that one?
They're on your desk, Judge.
Okay. Yeah, I see one.
It's the thick one. The one for Mr. Peña it's got like a black clip on it.
I want to tell you that, do you see it? Am I blind here?
That one.
That one. This one.
Yes, that one.
Oh, this Black's Law Dictionary here.
You can dismiss it, or that'll make it easier.
What the heck? But where's the plea papers? That's the stack. Where are they? Oh, okay, unusual. They're very tiny.
Mr. Peña, can you unmute yourself? Mr. Peña, Ms. Linan, can you both raise your right hands, please? Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Peña?
Yes, I do.
Thank you, Ms. Leon.
Yes.
Thank you. Y'all can put your hands down.
All right, this is cause number 2022 DCR 9268, State of Texas versus Linda Crystal Lennon.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Lennon.
Yes, Your Honor.
Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, your attorney tells me you wish to enter a plea of guilt to certain charges in the indictment. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
What is it that you're telling me you did?
I committed theft of property, sir.
All right. In your case, it's been a state jail felony reduced to a class A misdemeanor, which calls for confinement in a county jail for a term of up to 1 year. In addition, I can impose a fine not to exceed $4,000. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you doing this freely and voluntarily?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is also cause number 2019 DCR 2267, State of Texas versus Eduardo Rene Peña. Is that your true and correct name, Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor, it is.
And likewise, your counsel tells me you wish to enter a plea of guilt to certain charges in the indictment. What is it that you're telling me you're guilty of?
There was one charge of possession of a controlled substance.
And in your ad, I see there's two counts. Possession
Yeah,
of
and
control.
control, yeah, possession of control substance was one count, and the second count was I can't remember the exact charge, something like interfering or something with evidence. I'm not sure what exactly
Mr. Peña, Mr. Perez, is so the third degree. What is the third degree? Is that the possession of controlled substance?
Your Honor, the third degree is going to be the tampering, fabricating physical evidence with intent to impair. And then the manufacturing, delivery, of controlled substance. I believe that one was,
Second degree.
right, correct.
That's correct, Judge.
All right. All right, Mr. Peña, just to be clear, you're pleading guilty to a second degree felony, which is charged in count one of the indictment, charging you with manufacture and delivery of a controlled substance. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
And are you aware that the penalty for that is confinement in prison for a term of not more than 20 years or less than 2? In addition, I can impose a fine not to exceed $10,000. Are you aware of that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Also, you've also agreed to plead guilty to tampering with physical evidence of third degree felony, which calls for confinement in prison for a term of not more than 10 years or less than 2. In addition, I can impose a fine not to exceed $10,000. Are you aware of that penalty, possible range of punishment?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you doing this freely and voluntarily, pleading guilty to these 2 counts?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Is it necessary to rearrange Ms. Linan or Mr. Peña?
I'm sorry, Your Honor, I can't hear you.
Is it necessary to rearrange Mr. Peña?
No, sir, Your Honor.
How about Ms. Linan?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Linan, understanding what you're pleading guilty to, understanding what the range of punishment, I'm now asking cause number 2022 DCR 268. What is the plea to the charges of theft, state jail felony reduced to a class A misdemeanor? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Peña, understanding what you're pleading guilty to in count 1 of the indictment and count 2 of the indictment, count 1 charging you with manufacturing delivery of a controlled substance, and count 2 charging you with tampering with evidence, understanding those charges, understanding what the range of punishment is for those crimes, I'm gonna ask you in cause number 2019 DCR 2267, what is your plea to charges levied in count 1 of the indictment charging you with manufacturing delivery of controlled substance? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Likewise, what is your plea to charges of as charged in count 2 of the indictment, charging you with tampering with evidence? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, Your Honor.
Are you both citizens of the United States, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you both pleading guilty because you're in fact guilty of the charges you're pleading guilty to and for no other reason? Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Are either one of you pleading guilty out of any persuasion of fear, hope of pardon, force, threats, or promises of any kind? Ms. Linan?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Has either one of you ever been in a mental hospital or treated by a doctor for any mental disorders? Ms. Linan?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Ms. Delgadillo, you find Ms. Linan competent, able to assist you in any defense she may have?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Mr. Perez, you find Mr. Peña competent and able to assist you in any defense he may have?
Yes, Your Honor. I have found that Mr. Peña is competent and can assist and has assisted in his defense.
Okay. Each one of you has pled guilty with a recommended sentence. Each one of you has pled guilty with a recommended sentence. What you need to know about that is if the decision whether to go along with that recommendation is totally only up to me. Do you understand that, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
If after further evaluation and discussion with the parties, I determine that that's not an appropriate sentence for this charge, I will reject it. If I reject it, I will give you an opportunity to withdraw, take back the plea of guilty you just gave me this morning, as if you had not appeared before me this morning, and I allow you to proceed to a jury trial so you can present your case to a jury. Do you understand that, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
The flip side of that coin is if I accept it and you're sentenced to the recommended sentence, you may not appeal your case without the court's permission, except as to the pretrial motions that Ms. Delgadillo may have filed on your behalf, Ms. Linan, or Mr. Perez may have filed on your behalf, Mr. Peña, both prior to today. Do you understand that, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
Right, in that case, I'm gonna find that your pleas of guilty are freely and voluntarily made, and you're both competent to stand trial, ask the state to produce evidence to substantiate the state of Texas versus Linda Cristal Linan.
State Office Exhibits 1, 2, and 3 into evidence.
Likewise, I ask the state to produce evidence to substantiate the plea in state of Texas versus Eduardo Peña.
State offers 1, 2, and 3 into evidence.
No objections, Your Honor.
Both of you, through your counsel, have given me a set of documents that's commonly referred to a plea packet. They're all documents related to the cases that we're talking about in this case. Ms. Linan, your plea packet consists of 3 exhibits, as does Mr. Peña. I want to talk about exhibit number 1 with both of you. Ms. Linan, your exhibit number 1 attached to your plea packet is a 9-page document, and on page 7, there's a signature line. Is this in fact your signature, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Likewise with you, Mr. Peña, your plea packet consists of 3 exhibits. Exhibit number 1 consists of 8 pages, and on page 6 of exhibit number 1, there's a signature line, and there's a signature. Is this in fact your signature, Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were both of you aware that on signing and upon signing these documents, you were waiving all your constitutional rights to a jury trial, your right to remain silent, your right not to incriminate yourself, your right to confront your accusers? You were giving up those rights when you signed up these documents. Were you aware of that, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
And is that what you want to do, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña, were you aware of that? And is that what you want to do?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Further, both of you have represented to me through this signature that both of you have a stipulated agreement with the prosecution that exhibits 2 and 3, not 1, but 2 and 3 are true and correct copies of the documents that were generated as a result of your arrest, including arrest reports, lab reports, or any other reports that had to be generated in your cases. The reason you're standing in front of me and pleading guilty this morning. Is that in fact your agreement, Ms. Linan?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Peña?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Well, in that case, I'm going to find as to both of you that you have voluntarily and intelligently waived all your constitutional and statutory rights, and the evidence offered by the state does substantiate your plea. Is there any reason why we could not proceed to sentencing on Ms. Linan, Ms. Delgadillo?
No, Your Honor.
All right. What is Ms. Linan's background, Ms. Aranda?
She has a 1999 assault bodily injury, a 1999 criminal mischief, a 2015 theft of property, a 2020 DWI, and a 2020 POCS, all misdemeanors.
Why am I giving her deferred?
Judge, she stole essential items from the HEB. She didn't steal any luxury items, only things that she needed.
But you stole anyway.
I believe, Your Honor, that this is the first felony that she has. And this one is enhanced.
But Linan, I'm going to place you on probation, but I tell you right now, I am not going to be very patient with you. You have had a very checkered past of continuing to commit. What's the problem? Why are you doing this?
I had just gone through some problems, sir. I'm sorry, I did this, but I am not going to ever repeat this. I regret what I have done. And I am just, I'm gonna make it right. And like I said, I'm sorry for what I have done in the past.
Well, you continue to add in the present, and that's the problem. You haven't left it in the past. You continue to revive it every time you get into trouble again.
Yes, Your Honor. I will not repeat it, and that is a promise I am making. and I'm sorry for that.
All right. Pursuant to the recommended sentence, the court hereby sentences Ms. Leonard to 1 year deferred adjudication. Oh,
Thank you, Your Honor.
actually, yeah, 1 year deferred adjudication. Under the following conditions.
Defendant will remain arrest-free.
You hear that, Ms. Leonard? No more arrest.
No,
That's
I
your very
promise
first
that,
con-
Your Honor.
That's the very first condition. If you get arrested again, for whatever reason, it doesn't matter to me whether you're guilty of what you were arrested for or not. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
What else?
Alcohol and drug evaluation,
Yes,
anti-theft classes,
yes,
GED high school diploma,
no.
I have that one already.
All right, no,
maintain gainful employment,
yes,
random UAs,
no,
breathalyzer,
no,
and restitution if any.
if any. And the court will give her 120 days, 180 days to pay the court cost.
Thank you. May I please have a phone number from the defendant?
Ms. Linat, I want you to share with us a phone number where the probation department can find you 24/7.
956-241-8822.
8822.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. Eduardo Rene Peña, what is his background? I'm being asked to defer finding of guilt. What is his background?
Judge, he's got a theft, assault, gambling promotion, and gambling equipment from 2000, 2003, and 2006, respectively.
What was the drug that he got caught with?
Cocaine? And it wasn't actually in his possession. It was placed on another person.
Why did you charge it then?
We can explain it on a breakout room, Judge.
Explain it in the.
Do you want me to send you a
It
report?
was a theory of constructive possession, Your Honor. So without getting into too much on this feed right here, but it was a constructive possession type theory.
Mr. Perez, humor me and let's go to a breakout room.
Yes, sir.
Hold on. Let me create it real quick. Okay, the room is open. Ms. Sosa? Or Moy? Do they need an interpreter? No? Okay. Mr. Trejo, does your client need an interpreter?
Yes, my client needs an interpreter.
Oh, okay. Sorry, Alejandro, you have to stay.
Hey.
All right. The court after consultation with counsel for both sides, prosecution and defense, court hereby is not going to find Mr. Pena guilty at this time, but instead it's going to place him on 5 years deferred adjudication on count 1 and count 2 of the indictment to run concurrent under the following conditions. Mr. Cortez.
Yes, Your Honor. Defendant will remain arrest-free.
You heard that, Mr. Pena?
Yes, Your Honor.
And if I find out you're getting arrested, I'm going to bring you back all the way from wherever you're at. And I know where you're at. Okay.
I understand. I don't want to go back.
Okay. And what else, Mr. Cortez?
Alcohol and drug evaluation.
No.
GED high school diploma.
No.
Maintain gainful employment.
Yes.
Random UAs.
No.
Breathalyzer.
Yes. No.
No. Restitution for the 180
Yes. That one. Yes.
and the 15-hour DOEP class.
How are we going to do that, Mr. Perez? Can you do it by Zoom? Can you do it by video, Mr. Cortez?
I believe so, Your Honor. They could do it online.
Okay. Well, if you can do it by video, and you need to provide proof to me, Mr. Pena, that you in fact actually have viewed that video, because that's mandatory by law here. Do you
Yes,
understand?
Your Honor. Yes, Your
He
Honor.
got information from the adult probation. When he gets the call from adult probation, he could get that information for the DOEP.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell him not to do that as soon as I finish.
Thank you.
Anything else?
Just the phone number, Your Honor?
All right, Mr. Pena. 24/7.
Area code. Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor. It's area code 956-949-9644.
Was that 556 in the beginning?
956, sir.
956.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir, Your Honor. Thank you.
Judge, you muted yourself.
Okay, the court will give him 180 days to pay the court costs. The court will allow him to reside in where he's currently residing out of the country and to report by mail.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr. Perez?
Your Honor, I believe that covers everything.
All righty.
Your Honor, excuse me. May we know the location or?
Costa Rica.
I'm sorry? Okay,
Costa Rica.
okay.
All right. Where I wish I was.
Don't we all? Don't we all?
All right.
Thank you.
Take care.
Your Honor, are we done, Your Honor?
Yes, well, you told me we were.
Well, I was waiting just to
No,
make
I
sure.
told you anything else, Ms. Delgadillo. You said no. I said, okay, no, we're done. Yeah. She's been.
Oh, all right. I
Thank
didn't
you.
hear that.
Yes,
I didn't
all
even
right.
hear myself say that. Thanks,
Okay.
bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Your Honor, Mr. Pena and I be excused.
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right. Let me, we got Miss,
Ms. Clenon, you can log off.
this is, where's Mr. Miss Oralia Lara Trejo motion? Miss Solis. Miss Solis, Norma.
It should be on the file. Estela printed it out.
All right. Miss, Miss Trejo,
Yes, sir.
I'm going reluctantly let you go on bond.
Thank you.
Because I looked at your record and you have a record of not showing up. That's why I left you in jail as long as I did. If you want to stay there permanently, let's get it over with and tell me you're not going to show up the next time I tell you to be in court right now. That way I won't let you out.
No, sir.
All right. The court will sign off on the bond 50,000. As provided in the motion. The court has signed the order.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. let me, I need to go to the courtroom, right? Miss Carranza, we're finished right, with, Ms. Trejo?
But Miss Moore is on Zoom.
I know.
Your Honor, can we get a recap?
No, sir, we're finished with your case.
Do you want
We
to
need
say
a date.
Yes. Huh?
Let's give Mr. Trejo a date because then we're gonna get this,
Well, I'll leave you up to, I thought you had already given him a date, so I'm sorry.
No, we need to give you a date if you plan to plea her out or you still don't know.
No, we're gonna pay her out. It's a non-compliance of pretrial diversion. So I got the plea papers. I just need a date.
Okay, you need, well, how much time?
2 weeks is fine.
2 weeks is fine?
Yes.
Okay, you want to do the 23rd?
Of May, that's fine.
Okay, May 23rd then.
Mr. Trejo, you'll be beginning that today.
Thank you.
Thank you, Norma.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
yes?
All right.
Thank you, Carizales. We're done with Ms. Trejo.
All right, thank you. Have a nice day.
You too. Alejandro, he told me she needed an interpreter. He didn't. So, Ms. Sosa, your client does not need an interpreter, correct?
That's correct.
Okay, Alejandro, we are done with that. Have a good weekend.
We just need to do, that guy didn't show up, Isidro, so we need to,
yes.
Moy, if Moy can go and call up. Can you go and call out his name?
He said yes. Somebody's coming in on the iPhone though.
Oh, really?
Who it is?
He's a young guy.
I can't tell. iPhone 2, can you tell us who you are, please? Hello, what is your name?
Isidro Cepeda.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And you're gonna have to be on video. You're dark.
Okay. Give me a second.
Judge, Mr. Cepeda from the criminal docket logged on.
Where is he?
He's the iPhone ISI. He's
Put
right.
on a shirt, sir. You're in court. Put on a shirt.
Yes, sir.
Jesus.
It was dark. I didn't know he didn't have a shirt on.
Were you asleep?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well then you need to come over here to report in. I'm taking you into jail. Because this is not very important for you, obviously.
It is important to me, but I just woke up late.
But you got to remember, Mr. Cepeda, you are in court right now. This is not Netflix.
No, I know it's not Netflix. Nobody's saying that. I'm like I said, well, I was working, but I woke up late. That's why I reported right now.
Well, this is not a matter of reporting whenever you want to.
I know.
This is very important. This was set at 8 o'clock. You should have been here at 8.
Mm-hmm.
What is this about, Ms. Solis? Motion to adjudicate still pending?
Yes, because he came in August. There's some modifications that you let him, it's in the paper, I think part of the restitution was waived, and I think he was allowed to reside in Hidalgo County because of his work. I believe he works, do you work still at Ampils? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, he works at Ampils, so you allowed him to go live in Hidalgo and come to work in Cameron County. I'm not sure if you waive community service hours.
Okay, well, I got Mr. Hernandez. What have I done, Mr. Hernandez? What have I done for Mr. Cepeda?
Yes, good morning. Good morning, Your Honor. This is Mr. Luis Hernandez from the Probation Department. You previously in August 31st, 2021, you allowed Mr. Cepeda, of course, to reside in Hidalgo County. And also you ordered for him to complete the anti-theft class, which he already completed. I have proof of it. And also you waived $3,014 with 27 cents out of the restitution. And also you waive 150 hours of community service. And just to follow up with the status, Your Honor, of this case, you order for him to show up today, right? Just to see the development of Mr. Cepeda.
Right. How's he been doing?
It's Mr. Cepeda, he has some failures to report, Your Honor. But in the meantime, for example, like the last time that he made a payment, he made an effort to make a payment. That was on February 25th, 2022. I asked for Mr. Cepeda for his tax return. He didn't provide it. And then right now he's telling me the last time that he reported to me that he was not working. So I don't know if that's true or not.
What's the deal, Mr. Cepeda? Are you working or not?
I am working, but I'm making the payments. I'm doing everything how it's supposed to, because last time we had said that I was gonna be able to make the payments, and last time that I talked to Luis Hernandez, he said that I was just $700 behind, and I told him that I was gonna pay him up. Like, I have been doing everything that y'all guys have been saying.
Are you currently working?
Yes, I am.
And have you been working all this time, or was there a disruption in your job?
I was, when I was working at Anfield, me lastimé el leg y ellos no me esperaron. Me hicieron, del tiempo que a mí me operaron del pie, ellos no me quisieron esperar más, but I still were sending all my information, all that stuff. Y luego ya de ahí, I got out of there, and I'm doing side jobs of welding, but not that much. But whatever I get, I still pay them up. And that's what I wanted to talk to
I know.
you.
Wait a minute. Well, just hold on before you move on. Let me clear up. So you tell me right now you're working for Amphels. What are you doing with Amphels? Welding?
I was welding.
You're not working at Amphels anymore after you got injured?
Yes, sir.
They let you go?
Yes, sir.
So where are you working now?
I am getting side jobs with one of my friends. So what I do cuando there's work, pues voy trabajo, I weld and I go. Son trabajitos que agarro de.
Have you been working lately?
I have. I barely. Yesterday I was working last night, and I was gonna ask you if I pay everything off, que si podía salirme de lo que estoy.
Well, I don't know. Mr. Hernandez.
Yes, Your Honor.
So as far as the other conditions except the payment of fees, he's complied.
He's on substantial compliance, Your Honor. You said.
I'll tell you what, Mr. Cepeda, you get the phone and you call Mr. Hernandez and you work it out about paying everything. And then Mr. Hernandez will come and consult with me about that. Okay?
Okay. Yes, Your Honor.
You want to set a status hearing again, Your Honor?
No, I'll leave it in your hands. I'll have Mr. Cepeda call you and figure out what he wants to do here. And then if you think something you recommend, you just come and file whatever. You file your recommendation to me.
This is right now my recommendation was going to be to modify his conditions of probation because to the fact the making him to report more often, right? We're not, like I said, I was gonna be recommending the high medium risk caseload, Your Honor. It has a component for him to report twice a month and having more contact with him, right? So, and as far as that, if you're in agreement, that will be my recommendation, Your Honor. It will be for 12 months. I don't know if Mr. Cepeda is gonna have the means to pay it off immediate, the whatever reminder.
Well, that's exactly what I'm telling you right now, is that I want you to have that discussion with him.
Okay. Okay, sounds good, Your Honor.
I mean, that way, if you say, yeah, he could pay it all off, then you come up here and visit with me and we'll figure out what to do with it.
Okay, Your Honor.
And I'll set the status for 60 days.
Sounds good, Your Honor. Thank you very
And
much.
during that time, Mr. Cepeda will be in touch with you and you'll figure out where you want to head on this thing, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Yes, it will.
You got that, Mr. Cepeda?
Yes, sir.
So it's incumbent upon you, important on you to get a hold of Mr. Hernandez so you can start the discussion of what you just offered a while ago, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Thank you. Ms. Gracia, what do you do? Do we have another one?
No, Your Honor, I just wanted to listen in on Mr. Cepeda's case because I'm gonna be taking over, I guess temporarily, while he
Is
gets
Mr. Hernandez
reassigned.
going to Costa Rica or what?
No, Your Honor.
Everybody's going to
will be
Costa Rica
perfect.
except me.
Yes, that will be awesome, but no, I'm going to work for now I'm in the transition to go work for the feds and with the Border
Oh, well,
Patrol.
congratulations, sir.
Yes, Your Honor. So today, officially, that's my last day. So
Oh, well, where's the party? Costa Rica?
maybe there's a bar called Costa Rica, but I don't know yet. So.
Not the country. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, congratulations, Mr. Hernandez, and it's been a pleasure having you in my court and being one of my officers. You've done a great job, and I will repeat that to your now to be new bosses if asked. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. That means a lot to me. Okay.
All right, sir.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.
Likewise, everyone.
Bye.
Everyone. We're done?
All right, let's get Ms. Sosa and Ms. Moore and anybody else is pending here.
Judge, may we be excused?
Ms. Aranda would like to be excused, Judge.
Who?
Aranda.
Ms. Aranda. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay, Judge. My microphone's down here.
All
Have a
right.
good weekend, everyone.
Take care.
Your Honor, may I be excused? Awesome.
Mr. Cortez would like to be excused as well.
Oh, yes, sir. Mr. Cortez, what are you doing there? You also want to go to Costa Rica
No, Your
too?
Honor. Y'all have a good day.
Okay. All right. 2016 DCL 4265, State of Texas. Now, so
We have an agreement with Miss Moore.
okay,
Yes.
go ahead. What's the agreement?
Did you want to proceed on that?
Well,
Yeah. Yeah, we might as well put it on
As
the
far
record.
as the arrears that, yes, Judge, as far as the arrears that are owed by Mr. Vasquez, as of March 31st of this year, he owes a total of $798.44. And he's going to pay that back at $100 per month beginning June 1st. As far, and these are, I'm just going to read these into the record
Okay,
because these are the arrears owed by Ms. Hernandez. There's Ms. Sosa doesn't represent her, but Ms. Hernandez owes a total of $1,365.29. And we'd ask that she be ordered to pay that back at least $50 per month beginning June 1st also.
no, that'll be granted. That will be approved. Now, Ms. Sosa, can you get your client over here? I want him to testify under oath for a second.
Yes.
You could please raise your right hand, sir. Do you solemnly swear from the testimony you will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God? I'm sorry?
Yes.
Thank you. You can put your hand down.
You can take your mask off, Mr. What is your name?
David Vasquez.
Mr. Vasquez, you are the father of these children?
Yes, sir.
Now, as I understand it, I returned custody to you because the mother of the children had come to you and taken the children and under the excuse of visiting with them, but never returned them to you, right?
That is correct, sir.
And have you had that kind of relationship with her?
Well, the mother was mainly out of the picture until grandmother got ill. And so that's when the temporary orders were ordered for me to, take over the care of my son. I was trying to work things out with the mother and trying to come to an agreement to obviously he's been going through a lot, and to be able to have him go over and stay with her and see his little brother.
Right.
And then also, but me being the conservatory guardian, I tried to work things out with her, and that was not the case, to the point where, eventually she didn't want my son to come back and stay with me. My son has already, been through a lot, and my main concern is him and not being able to, not, stressing him out in this situation. And
Yeah.
so what happened was, when you did order for the sheriff to go in and remove him, the grandmother called me saying that she was not even taking care of him for over 3 months, and that was never communicated to me.
Who was not taking care of him for over 3 months?
The mother.
Oh,
And so when I found that out, I immediately went and picked him up from where he was staying. And so that was what was happening, Your Honor.
who else is present in the courtroom?
Grandmother.
Huh?
The maternal grandmother.
Okay. I'm not sure. Ms. Moore, as far as you're concerned, we've taken care of you, right?
Judge, the only other issue I had was if dad is now going to be, those temporary orders are going to be made final and dad remains primary, the child support and medical support, I don't know what type of medical support the child has.
I'm gonna ask him right now, Mr. What kind of medical support does the child have right now? Does he have chips? Mister?
Yes.
Does the child have chips coverage, medical coverage?
At the moment, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not completely sure, but he did go to the clinic a couple of months ago, and if I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, he is under chip.
Do your records show that there is such a?
Judge, no, I don't know. I cannot tell who has the child.
Ms. Sosa, do you know?
All I know is that the client represented to me that it's Chip, but he has indicated to me that he wanted to put his child on private health insurance.
Who did?
My client.
Oh, well, that would be great.
Yes. So I would just ask that be done, that be ordered finally, because it's
Yeah.
available to him.
Sure. If
That
he
will
has
be
it, then
that will be done. But what I'm asking is has there been chip coverage for the child? Maybe the grandmother knows. Your grandmother's over there saying no. She's going like the maternal grandmother inside the courtroom is telling me no, she knows. Ms. Sosa.
Okay. I'm not sure. I haven't spoken with her, Your Honor.
Well, she's right behind you, the maternal
yes.
grandmother.
Yes, no, I know. You want me to? I will ask her.
No, yeah, she's over there waving.
Waving her hand.
And saying something.
I'm not. We really don't know, honestly.
Where is the grandmother? The maternal
right
grandmother?
Boy's desk.
Right here. I'm right
She's
here.
right there next to you.
Yes, I know, Your Honor. I can go ask her if you'd
Okay.
like and get that information from
All
her.
righty.
Does he have to? Does he have to?
He doesn't have nothing.
He doesn't have nothing. That's what she said.
He doesn't have anything, Your Honor. She doesn't know either. as
All
far
right.
as-
Well, she obviously, the maternal grandmother is here. I want to hear from her too.
Yes, I understand that.
Why? Okay, so thank you, sir. Mr. Appreciate it. Let the maternal grandmother get on there.
Yes.
Right here, I'm gonna hear every.
She's there.
All right, ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Raise your right hand.
I can't raise my right hand. Can I raise my left?
That's fine.
you solemnly swear from the testimony you give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
So help me God. True.
Thank you.
All right, ma'am. So what is it that you have to add to this or say about this?
Sir, is that I'm not able to take care of him because I had COVID. And right now I'm in a rehab,
Okay.
getting help. That's the reason I cannot take care of him right now. And my daughter was taking care of them, but she no longer take care of them.
Well, we got the father and he's standing up to be counted.
Yes.
He wants to take care of, he wants to put him on private insurance. I don't see, you see anything wrong with that?
No, I don't see nothing wrong in that. The only thing I see wrong is that I asked the attorney that if he could have a drug test, because that's the reason they took him away from him.
If he could have what?
A drug test.
Well, we can do that. If that's okay, then you're all right?
I'm all right.
Okay, well, Ms. Sosa, I don't think that's a big hoop to jump through. We don't want him, we don't want him using drugs or anything with when he's gonna have possession of his child. And if he is not doing it, then he won't have any problem getting me a drug test real quick.
Yes, sure. Would that be urine analysis? Because we're set for final hearings, so we wanted to just finalize this matter.
Yeah, well,
today.
it would have to be one of those. I could probably call the probation department and have them come over and test him right now.
Okay, we'll do that.
Let me, you all hold off. I want to call somebody to come and drug test him, okay?
Okay.
All right. Miss, they'll be right with you. They have to walk from the other building over. Hold off a second. Mande. Yo quiero
Stephanie, can you tell him to come and pick me up? There's something else. Okay, good. Okay, thank you.
Yes. 15? Okay, Dasher? Okay.
You're muted, Judge.
What's Mr. Vasquez? Move up to the screen, sir. The good news and bad news for you. The good news is that you're not on hard drugs. The bad news is you're still using marijuana. So what is it gonna take, Mr. Vasquez? When earlier, when you were talking to me about the concern and that you had come to the realization that, all you wanna do is take care of your little boy and provide him with a good home and a good environment and a good example. Your statement kind of bleeded sincerity a little bit, but it kind of flies, it's counterintuitive when you have that statement and then you're still using. I understand, Mr. Vasquez, that a lot of people, and nowadays, more perceptively so, because times are changing, that marijuana is no big deal. But the fact of the matter remains, it's still illegal in this state. Until that changes, it will be illegal. And so you're engaging in illegal conduct. So I want you to take note of that. And Miss maternal grandmother has expressed that as a concern. And other than that, she has no issue with what's going on because she hopes and prays that the child will find stability, love, and support that he much needed, as you both have told me, that he needs that. And one of you has to give it to him, and you're the one indicated because you're the natural father. But you got to lead by example. If you want your child to grow up to be better than you were, then you got to start putting them on that road and not expose them to that. Do you understand that?
Right.
I am going to grant you what you want, but I am going to put a status on this. And at that time, I'm going to recheck you for drugs. If you're doing it, if you're still doing it, I'm going to revisit this custody thing. Do you understand that?
Correct.
All right, it's up to you, sir. And I hope you love that kid hard enough to be able to change for him, not for me, not for your suegra or the maternal grandmother or for your counsel, for you and for him, for the child. If you really do love him as much as you tell me you do, you will do it. Do you understand me?
Correct. Yes.
Okay.
And you're just to clarify, my client did advise me, he's known in the community as Farmer Dave. He works for the Brownsville Wellness Coalition. He does a lot of physical labor, keeping up with all of the gardens, all of the farming, all that kind of stuff. So he's very involved in the community, Your Honor.
That's great.
And so he does, he expressed to me concern because he does do CBD for his pain because he does a lot of labor. And so he's just representing the court that if he needs to stop doing CBD, he'll do that. But he does not smoke marijuana. He does not do any illicit drugs.
Well, you can split hairs on that one.
Right. Just
I mean, the
wanted to
bottom
make-
line, what's illegal is the THC.
That's correct.
Whether it comes in a cigarette form, in oil, in CBD, it is, because otherwise you wouldn't be having that effect of alleviating whatever pain you're in. But that's what's illegal. And the last thing you want to do is get popped, because they still arrest people for using that. They have ways of checking it. I don't see it as a big issue, Mr. Vasquez. I have faith that you can direct yourself accordingly in front of your child and when your child is with you, because a lot of it is a lot of your child's success in the future is banking on how you support him and what you expose him to. It is. It's not only about education, it's about leading by example, about what kind of man are you that he can emulate, he can follow, whether you want to believe it or not. I will tell you personally, and I'm going to share something personally with you so you can get the point that I'm trying to drive here to you. I have a daughter, an older daughter. She's older now. But when she was a child, I never really picked up that she was looking at me. She was seeing how I was leading my life. That she was seeing what kind of work I did. I thought she was just a child, just enjoying life and letting things, watching the butterflies while I went to work and all that, nothing. But lo and behold, to my surprise, as she got older, I started to realize, more importantly, I realized that the day she graduated from law school, that in fact, all this time that she had been living with me and being with me, because I didn't have custody of her either. She came to live with me. And I realized that at that point that she had been noticing the way I was living my life, what I was doing. Because as I came to a result, she followed me into the profession. She basically is a chip off the old block, como dicen. Cayó del mismo árbol. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And it makes me awfully proud that I did the right thing. I didn't know I was doing the right thing. I wasn't aware that she was well aware of me and my going on and doing whatever I was doing. But that's the way it happens. In a discreet, unassuming way, they are looking at you. They're looking at you for the example. They are looking to emulate what you do. You start drinking a lot of beer in front of home, that child is gonna figure out that beer, and hey, my dad did it, man. You know what I mean? How many friends have I run into that they drank because their parents were drinking all the time? They do. They're very perceptive. That's the one thing about youth when they're at that age. They watch everything. You might not believe it. You might think that they're over there busy playing, watching TV, but they're watching us. See how we live our life. Because we're the only examples they have, Mr. Vasquez. We're the only examples they have in that young, tender age. And we have to do the best we can. We only have one shot at it. If you get it wrong, you've damned that child for a very hard life, and you know that. Understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And that's what I'm trying to impress on you. So I will set this for 6 months, and I hope that everything's okay by then. And I hope that you are well on your way to establishing a great relationship with your son. I pray and hope for that, okay?
Will that be for final hearing, Your Honor?
Yes. That will be the final hearing. If you come out okay with everything, then you don't have to come back and see me. I trust at that point, I will trust completely that you've got it. You're on your way. All right, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor. And
Thank you.
I appreciate those kind words, sir. They really
Thank
mean
you.
a lot. Thank you.
Thank you. Senora, ma'am, I'm gonna do that, okay? I'm gonna reset it for 6. I'm gonna keep an eye on it, okay?
Okay.
And you've heard how I feel. And I hope you agree with that.
I appreciate it and I agree on it.
All right, ma'am.
And with respect to the child support order.
October 28th.
October 28th.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Do you want, Judge,
Yeah.
do you want us to wait to submit the judgments at that time? To include one final order?
Yeah,
Okay, we can do that.
thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Have a good day.
Have a good weekend.